To order. If you would please, we're going to let Jay go. If you would, everybody stand for the prayer, please.
Everyone close your eyes and let it in. Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you pray today. Just thank you to have us all together in this meeting today. I pray that it goes well, everyone has a safe drive home in this rainy weather. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. And while we're all standing, we've got everybody up. Mr. Gold, please do the pledge of allegiance for us.
All right, there's your right hand over your heart. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jay Gold, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Y'all be seated. Oh, sorry.
No, Jay, I'd like to introduce Jay, who's extending invitation, but please stand. Jay is our lead delegate for the Golden Rule Youth and Young Adult Leadership, and we celebrate his recognition and nomination. We also have a lead lady, Reese Melvin, who also represents Golden Rule, and they are preparing for a wonderful season of service and to do unto others as they have others do unto them. And Jay has a few words to say.
Yeah, I'm Jay Gold, I'm the lead gentleman. Ms. Terry has some invitations to our commissioning tea gala on January 13th for all the commissioners. It'll just be all the people that have been nominated for Golden Rule. It's a ceremony for them to get their certificate for Golden Rule. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, that brings us down to item number 4 on the amendments to the agenda. Do we have any amendments to the agenda? We have no amendments to the agenda. I need item 5, approval of the agenda. I need to move a second to approve the agenda. I'm moving a second. Any further discussion? None being all in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, thank you. That has been approved. Brings us down to employee recognition. We have no employee recognition tonight. So we're going to move on, Ms. Becky, and that's an item that Ms. Becky always handled, but we have no employee recognition at this time. So we're going to move on to item number, am I losing me? Okay. Item number 7 on the consent agenda. Under the consent agenda, item number A, we signed a proclamation for the Pickens Junior High softball team. We have read this at the time the proclamation was done, so if anybody would like to read it, it'll be on the web. We'll have it on there. All right. We also, item B, we signed a proclamation for Pickens varsity football, what the football team did this year for Pickens High, as well as the junior high school softball. We did that proclamation at the supper that they had there for the football team, and that was read at that time. It is open on the web. And also, item number C, we did a proclamation the other day from Ms. Hazel Hunt, which was a 30-year employee there at the Tate Grammar School. And we did a proclamation for her. It was read at that time. It's warm in here. Roy, turn those thermostats down just a little. Probably to push everything to the left, if you don't mind. All the way to the left.
Thank you.
And it should be cool the time the meeting is over. So we signed the proclamation for Hazel Wehunt, and that has been approved. So that's going to bring us down to item number 8 under old business. Under item old business, under A, the approval of the Eclipse IT contract. Ms. Fay, the other 2 commissioners have reviewed the information from the last meeting that we postponed, reviewed the IT contract. So with that being said, I'm going to put it up to their will. Would you like to approve or disapprove that contract for Eclipse to take over the IT for Pickens County? All right, we have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being all in favor, let us by saying aye. Aye. None opposed, thank you. That has been approved. Now we bring us down to item B of the approval of the 2019 budget. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Faye Harvey, the Chief Financial Officer of Pickens County. Ms. Harvey.
Okay. It seems like we've been working on this budget for
2 years, I think.
But our final budget our proposed budget that we advertised, revenues are $26,327,904. Expenditures are the same, $26,327,904. That's the general fund budget. It was advertised. We held a public hearing on Thursday, December 6th at 9:30 here, as we're required to do. And there's a public copy of the line item budget in the finance office. We haven't had anyone come look at that yet, but it's available if anyone wants to come to review it. It's good reading. There's nothing else that we need to do except approve the budget, the proposed 2019 budget.
All right. We've got the, any other issues we had with the budget? So you're still recommending to go ahead and approve the budget?
Yes.
All right, we have a recommendation that we should go ahead and approve the budget. What is y'all's likeness? Approve. Having a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being all that in favor, let by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. That budget for 2019 has been approved. All right, that brings us down to item number 9 under new business. And that's going to bring us from any new business, Ms. Lisa? All right. That brings us down to item number 10 on the finance report. And again, I'm going to turn over to Ms. Harvey.
Okay.
Can everybody see that well enough?
Thank you. The budget report that you have in front of you is for the period ending November 30th, and that is 11 months of our fiscal year. So the expenditure budget should not be more than 91.7%. For the total revenues through 11/30, we had collected $20,681,958, and that's 79.07%. On the expenditure side, for the general government budgets, we have spent $3,019,586, and that's 77.92% of the budget. For judicial, the expenditures were $2,676,283, and that's 77.81%. For public safety, the total expended is $11,773,36, and that is 87.89%. Okay, and then we go to public works, and those expenditures are $2,514,659, and that's 83.78%. For the health department, the senior center, and the MATS program, the expenditures were $597,588, and that is 73.92%. For culture and recreation, the expenditures are $839,151, and that's 85.73%. For housing and development, expenditures are $546,402, and that's 82.92%. So the total general fund expenditures through November 30th of 2018 are $21,966,705, and that's 83.98%. So we are about 7.7% under the required budget. For the enterprise funds, the water department expenditures are $1,717,483, and that's 80.11% of their budget. For the airport, $321,676, and that is 73.03% of their budget. The line item reports for these November numbers were sent to the department heads and elected officials on December 14th, and I have copies of those line item reports if you want me to look at them. I do have a proposed budget amendment. Any questions on this report?
No.
Looks good. Okay, I think y'all have this cover sheet for the budget amendment. And basically what this is there was some revenues, one donation and two departmental revenues for insurance reimbursements for damaged property. The revenues have not been budgeted, so we need to budget those, and then also budget the expenditure lines. For on the revenue side, fire operations revenue is a donation from Amaclola Electric for the Grandview Fire Department, and that's $2,000. So we'll increase their revenue line by $2,000 and also their fire department supplies line for $2,000. For the road department, they have an insurance reimbursement for damaged property of $15,396. And that will increase their revenue, and it also increases their repairs and maintenance expenditure budget. For the sheriff, and this is uniform patrol, they have an insurance reimbursement for damaged property of $19,309, and that will increase their revenue line, and it will increase their capital outlay for the cost of the replacement vehicle, $19,309. So it changes the bottom line of the budget, but it doesn't increase, take anything from contingency, it just increases revenues and expenditures.
And that's for equipment that was damaged and reimbursed from the insurance company?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's for either repairs or replacement.
Okay. All right, we need we're gonna need a move in a second for Ms. Harvey's budget amendments. Phil, could we do all of them at one time? All right, I'd like to have a move in a second to approve those budget amendments. Move in second, any further discussion? None being, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Fay. All right, that brings us down to item number 11 under action items, the approved minutes. We had a board meeting on November 15th, 2018. You've all been privy to the minutes, and I did not see any misspelled words or anything irregular on that. Have you all seen anything to that point? If not, I need a move in second to approve those minutes for November 15th, 2018 for a board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move in second, any further discussion? None being, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right, also, we had a work session on December 6th of 2018. Again, you've all had the copies of these. Did not find any irregularities on these minutes. Y'all got any questions on those? Need a move in second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Move in second, any further discussion? None being, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right, then we had another called meeting on December 6th of 2018. Went through all that. We've read through those minutes. You all been privy to that. Anything we'd like to add or subtract to those particular minutes on that special call meeting? All right, need a move in second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move in second, any further discussion? None being, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, those minutes have been approved, thank you. And then that brings us down to the last one. We had a public meeting on December 6th of 2018. It's a public call meeting, Pickens County Board of Commissioners. Again, you've all been privy to that. Didn't see anything, just one page for that one. Y'all see any changes or anything need to be made to those minutes? All right, none being, I need to move a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second, any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. Those have been approved. All right, that brings us down to, we've got a rezone request on item B. Let's see here, item B, request for change in land use classifications, parcel 030B-006 for 33.67 acres. I think it's going in from, they have requested from rural residential to ag. Voted 5 yes, 0 no to approve through the Planning and Development Board. Rodney, is there any, where's Rodney? Rodney, is there any questions or anything that we need to know other than further what we saw in the video and the minutes that I read to that point?
There's been no suggestions or no comments made to Planning and Development to change anything to proceed with the vote this evening.
All right. No, this one here was voted, this is the moving it from rural residential to agriculture. It was Mr. Bagwell's part of, go ahead, Phil. Yeah, Bill was separate. Mr. Stacey Bagwell, talking on Georgia. What y'all's, pardon? Yeah. What y'all's pleasure to that?
He had two different parts, right?
It's the same parcel, but I think on the second one that will be coming up, that's the one with the
Conditional use.
Thank you.
If the property was changed.
They had to go to ag before they were
Okay.
entitled to the conditional use permit. They could not have gotten an approval extension.
Second.
To approve? All right, I move second to approve. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. That has been approved. All right, then bring us down to item 2 to that one. That's a conditional use request on a special events venue to that same property. Rodney, you want to speak to that?
Yes, sir. The Planning Commission on the 17th of this month conducted a meeting, and in that meeting for the conditional use, they recommended that it be denied in a split vote of 3-2.
Could you give us any insight as to the?
There was some
that were
concerns by some of the citizenry as to the use of the property were it to be changed to agricultural, and I think there might have been some misunderstanding as to how they were going to proceed with their proposed plan.
And I think one of the issues they had was the fact that they thought maybe that parcel should be zoned commercial.
That
instead of
was
But
expressed
under our
at one
guidelines
point.
that we have to go by right now, we don't have that luxury.
No, currently we're reviewing our ordinances to try to adopt something to address the open air venue, but currently this is what we're basically allocated or allotted to do, is to go to the ag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
How close is, where the venue would be, how close is it to the residents, to some of the homes?
From the plans that I saw, it was centered in the piece of the property, so it was, you're looking at least 400 feet away from the closest home.
So it'd be in the center of the 33.6.
It was in the center of the property if you look across it on a diagonal. It's not front to back, but side to side.
If they go with this wedding venue scenario, were they looking at clearing the timber that's there, will they still keep a buffer of timber around the wedding venue?
They still had the buffer, yes.
Did you have very many people come in and?
I believe we had about 4 to 5 that expressed concern.
Any further questions for Mr. Buckingham?
Has the person doing the venue, have they done this type thing before, or is this just a new?
Not that I'm aware of, no ma'am.
And did you see the plans that they had in place?
They brought the plans to the meeting, and the rendering for the building was quite nice. It was a very nice presentation, one of the better ones that we have seen.
Thank you.
All right. Any further questions for Mr. Buckingham? What's y'all's pleasure for this particular amending Pickens County Land Use Ordinance for this particular wedding venue?
I can't see anybody keep going.
All right, so you're voting to approve?
To approve?
All right.
To approve, I'll second.
All right, I move a second to approve. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. That has been approved, Rodney.
Thank you, sir. I'll process it.
All right. Now that brings us down to item number C. We have got the approval of some individuals for the Recreation Board. Approve the following individuals for the Recreation Board for a 2-year term: Donna Ennis, Brian Cleghorn, and Jess Walker. Need a move and a second to approve these individuals to sit on the Recreation Board.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, number saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. Also under item D, we need to approve the following individuals for the Pickens-Bartow County Joint Development Authority for a 6-year term. Mr. Phil Landrum, Mr. Dan Poole, and Mr. Todd Payne. I need a move and a second to approve those.
So moved.
Second.
Having a move and a second, any further discussion? Is there any discussion on that one? Yeah, we need to do it quick before he changes his mind. Okay, I move second, no further discussion. All that in favor, number saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you, that has been approved. And also, last but not least, we reapproved Bart Conley to position D on the tax assessor board for a 5-year period, for a 5-year term. Need a move and a second to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and second to approve. Any further discussion? None being all in favor, number saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. And also in regard to the assessor board, Lisa's working out with Carl Vinson Institute to try to get a trainer to train these new individuals that are sitting on these boards, especially the authority boards, for next coming year. And I think you're going to try, they said there's going to be floating around with a date between January and April. So as soon as we get that done, we will get that word to our authority boards, as well as the city of Jasper might have some individuals, as well as some of our neighboring counties. We can handle that all at one time. Any further discussion before I go on to item number 12, guests and comments? Okay, another thing. All right, that brings us down to item number 12 under guests and comments. Would anybody like to, anybody got any comments or? Really? Okay. Well, that brings us down to adjournment. Before we adjourn though, I would like to wish everyone Merry Christmas. Have a safe time during Christmas. And of course now we got New Year's coming up. The county as well as the cities will be, the way these things have fell, going some time off. We are going to try to keep if you have any questions on the land, on the recycling center, please give me a call or give Ms. Lisa a call, and we will tell you what the hours are. We're going to try to fill that in, because I know during Christmas time everybody's got papers, packages and everything, so we are going to try to, right after Christmas, try to open that thing up a little early. We're going to fill it with some members from the road department while the other guys are burning some holidays. But anyway, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Y'all be safe and hope y'all have a blessed New Year. Thank y'all very much. This meeting is now adjourned. Judge David Lindsay here. David, it's good to see you. I think you've got somebody you want to swear in this evening.
I do have the pleasure of swearing in Mr. Barnes this evening for his new term.
Congratulations, Jared.
If you would, sir, please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I, and state your name, do swear or affirm that I will well and truly discharge the duties of Commissioner for Pickens County in all matters which require my official action to the best of my knowledge and skill, and I will also so act as judgment will be the best conducive to the welfare and best interests of the entire county. I have been a resident thereof for the time required by the Constitution and the laws of this state. I do further solemnly swear or affirm that I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money due this state or any political subdivision or authority thereof, that I am not the holder of any office or trust under the government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state which I am prohibited from holding by the laws of the state of Georgia, and that I am otherwise qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution of the United States and the laws of Georgia, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state. So help me God. If you will, say I will.
I will.
We have one more oath for you, the loyalty oath. I, and state your name,
Jerry Barnes,
a citizen of Pickens County and being an employee of Pickens County, and the recipient of public funds for services rendered as such employee, do hereby solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Georgia. So help me God. If you will, say I will.
I will.
Congratulations.